Welcome to the Dirt ITV pre-race show presented by Bell IT Solutions. We couldn't have asked for better weather as the sun is shining high atop Lanier Speedway in beautiful Georgia. It's Millertime Sunday with the 305 sprint cars. The best of the best will collide in just under an hour from now. Last week, PJ Popham took home the win at Volusia Speedway on opening night that represented 53 drivers signing into the pits. Ben Wart struggled at Volusia and found himself packing the trailer early. He hopes to get back on track tonight if he wants to contend for a championship. Welcome into Studio 8. I am Ryan Griffith. We are trackside here with Chris and Steve Miller, the Miller boys. How are we doing today?
Great. Thanks for having us again.
Absolutely. Pleasure to be here.
Man, we had a holiday weekend. We got that holiday out. I've been eking at wanting to get back on here and talk to you guys about week one, what all happened in that first week. So, what did you guys think coming into that first week?
Definitely I was nervous, just trying to log some laps and get used to the new guys, but as far as the first week went,
Week number 1 of Millertime Motorsports at Volusia Speedway, the much anticipated 305 season. Heat race number 1 recap featuring Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn having a rough outing here in heat race number. Good evening and welcome to Dirt ITV presented by Bell IT Solutions. Man, we couldn't have a better night than tonight. Crystal clear. We can see every star in the sky, and the stars have come out here tonight as these 305 sprint cars of Millertime is about to do some damage here at Lanier Speedway. Man, it's Millertime Sunday. 305s, the best of the best will collide here in Georgia, and we can't be more excited for Millertime Sunday. Several guys have entered into the pits, including on top of the leaderboard right now, Troy Flero has a quick time right now in hot laps with a 12.864, and Jeff Flero right behind him, Fowler Son 1-2. Man, it's going to be a fun one tonight. Last week, PJ Popham put it in victory lane at Volusia Speedway. He came from 17th to 1st. Will he be a guy that could win tonight? Or will Randy Shreves get in victory lane? He seemed to have the car to beat last week. Man, he just made some mistakes. Wasn't able to capitalize on that. As you see the cars rolling around the speedway, the last count we had over 40 drivers in the pits. Last week was a record of 53 drivers at Volusia Speedway. We was hoping to beat that record tonight. Currently, PJ Popham's 9th on the board in these hot lap sessions that's out there going on right now. Of course, we've only got about 20 minutes left of hot laps, and we'll be diving into the qualifying. After qualifying, we'll get into the heat races. We'll probably have several heat races, probably 4 heat races tonight. When you look at the race format, if you guys have never seen dirt iRacing or dirt racing in general, this is kind of how you look at the grid here. When you have a heat race, you're going to take the top 4 of those drivers in that heat race is automatically going to go into the A main. So if you're in that top 4, then you can go ahead and go to the right there, and you can look at what heat race you was in. If you finish first in heat race number 3, you're going to be starting 3rd in the feature. But if we got to get more difficult about it because you didn't make the heat race and you may have finished 5th through 8th, then you're going to the B main. And in that B main, you can look at your heat race over there and just pick where you finished. Okay, I finished 6th place in heat race number 4. Well, that means you're starting 9th place in the B main, and we're only taking the top 4 to transfer out of the B main into the A main. If you did even worse than that, then you may have to fight yourself out of that C main, and man, we highlighted in red because you do not want to be in the C main because that makes it tough to make it all the way to the A main. It's not impossible, but it makes it tough. So if you finish 9th or 12th in the C main, then if you finish 9th or 12th in your heat race, then you are automatically going into that C main. So for instance, if you finished, let's say 10th place in heat race number 2, then if you was in heat race number 2, you're going to be starting 7th place in the C main. Again, only the top 4 transfer out of the B main, out of the C main, and they will transfer into the B main. So you got to make it out of the C main to transfer yourself into the B main, and then transfer yourself out of the B main to get into the A main. So you can see how hard it is for these drivers if they get in some big trouble in their heat race to try to get themselves out of the C main, out of the B main, and get yourself a starting spot in the A main, because only 4 drivers are going to make up the rest of the field in that A main. We have 20 drivers that will automatically make it through the transfer spot, and will take up the last 4 positions, 21, 22, 23, and 24th position. We'll make out the rest of the A main from that B main transfer. That's your race format. If you've never seen dirt racing, that's a great format to look at. High atop Volusia or Lanier Speedway, as we got some guys we want to keep an eye on here at Lanier Speedway, here with the Peach Nationals. PJ Popham, of course, being that guy that won last week. He was your previous winner at Volusia Speedway. And Jason Randolph finished 2nd last week. Now, you look at Jason Randolph, he was better than PJ Popham last week, but he made a mistake and fell back to 2nd. Never could get back around PJ. PJ holds on for the win. Ben Moore, we're going to put him out there because he's a bounce back guy. He missed the A main last week. Again, had some trouble, wasn't able to transfer out, and he missed the show. It's probably his first show he's ever missed in a very, very long time. So we're going to look at Ben having a bounce back week today. Brandon Surratt, best newcomer out of the previous race. He finished fourth last week. So we'll look at him to maybe even creep inside that top 5. You never know, the newcomer. Randy Shreve's another guy. He finished third last week, but man, if I had to pick anybody, he probably had the car to beat, but he made a mistake early, and it was on him. And he had to battle back for the very back of the field, and he came back up to third place and ran out of time. But he was the fastest guy out there. Fastest in his heat race, fastest in his A main. And then you got Nathan Brown. He's a 3-time winner of Millertime Motorsports, so you got to stick him in there. But you look at the winners for Millertime Motorsports, and you got somebody that's closing in on wins. Now, all the guys in green, all of the guys that you see in green, those guys have signed up for this summer series, and they will be here. So last week, PJ puts on his second career 305 win, and he's tied that mark with Benjamin Ward. Nathan Brown out there in front with 3. Will Benjamin win? Will PJ win? Or will Jason get a win? Or will it be a newcomer tonight? Man, we'll see here just shortly. Folks, we're going to take a quick little break here. We'll be back here at Lanier Speedway in just a few minutes.
No more excuses. No more maybes. No more putting it off. This is the year. Be there. Sprint Car's greatest week. The 59th annual NOS Energy Drink Knoxville Nationals, August 7th through 10th. Buy your tickets now at KnoxvilleRaceway.com and check it off your bucket list.
Welcome back. That was the Knoxville Nationals. They're right around the corner. Another race right around the corner is Eldora. We'll talk about that here shortly. It's coming up in July, the Kings Royal. You won't want to miss that one either. We look at track trends. Well, we don't have a whole lot of track trends here at Lanier Speedway, as this is only our second time here at Lanier. So our analysis says that we only have an average of 1 caution. There was only 1 caution in that one race that we came here at Lanier, so it was a pretty fairly clean race. That 1 caution happened in turns 4 early in the race, and then we went green flag the rest of the way. Your average best lap in a race was a 13.166. Your average lead change was only 2. Your track record tonight, and this is one you want to keep note of, a 13.118. That was set by Ryan Griffith. A 13.188. Will we see that record broke tonight? It's hard to say. Right now, with it being as slick as it is right now, the guys aren't being able to test those out. They'll resurface this track just before a heat race or qualifying, and we'll see what kind of times they can turn. I'm going to bet that we could probably see that broke. I think we could see down into the low 13s. I don't think we'll break a 13, but we'll keep an eye on that track record. That track record at a 13.118 is the track record. Man, it's nice to see all these guys showing up, and it's nice to look at the state map and show just where all these guys are from. All the red dots, that represents a driver here in the summer series, and there's a lot of them. It represents 21 different states and 3 different countries, the United States being overwhelmingly the most drivers, but also you got the Canadians up there. You got 3 of them up there, and 1 Australian that has signed up for the summer series. We are roughly 8 minutes away until qualifying will kick off. We want to take this time to take a look at the point standings right now. As we talked last week, was PJ Popham with the win, met number 32 machine. He has 136 wins at 1 top 10 and a 1 top 5. Closely on his heels, Randy Shreves. He finished 3rd last week, but he actually got 2nd in points. Why? We picked up an extra 2 bonus points in his heat race and the feature race because he had the fastest time. That's one of the perks, bonus point perks that we've done this year. So if you're a fast driver in one of your heat races or your feature race, you're going to get 2 extra bonus points. So he got 4 extra bonus points there. That eked out Jason Randolph. And Jason Randolph sitting in 3rd with 132 points. You look through the rest of the field, that top 15, Brandon Surratt, we had him in the pre-race show. He's sitting in fourth, tied actually in fourth with Seth French. Seth French, we put him there at the 5th position. Jay Schwartz in that 6th position. Jay, he was a hard charger last week. He picked up those extra bonus points for being the hard charger. Trey Galgan, he's in 7th. 8th is Jeff Flaro. Jason Hughes is in 9th. And 10th, Warren Samoy. 11th, Tyler Van Camp. 12th, Bryson. 13th, Clayton. 14th, Byron. And 15th, Will. That is top 15 in points as we come into weeks number 2 here at at Lanier. We'll step away again. We're just under the 7-minute mark. We will be right back.
I wanted to see the best drivers that I possibly could on the same racetrack on the same night.
We're back here at Lanier Speedway. Here for the Peach Nationals. It's going to be a 40-lapper if you didn't see our pre-race show. 40-lapper. It's not the regular 30 that we normally do. They can make it 40. They can actually make it more than that, but the officials decided a 40-lapper is just going to be right for these guys. As we're getting set for qualifying, we are at the 5-minute mark for our Peach Nationals that will be starting here shortly. This is week number 2 of Millertime Motorsports. Down in the bottom right hand corner you'll see our logos, our donation boxes. If you guys want to donate, please reach out to us. Let us know that you want to donate to the stream. That way we can continue to do what we do best. And we'll put your name down there as a donor. If you want to be a sponsor, well, you can be a sponsor, but we can add the sponsorship onto the live stream. As we talked last week, Volusia Speedway, the heat races was intense. I really think the heat races are going to be intense this week. We look back at the heat races from 2 weeks ago at Volusia Speedway. Week number 1 of Millertime Motorsports at Volusia Speedway, the much anticipated 305 season. Heat race number 1 recap featuring Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn having a rough outing here in heat race number 1. Getting caught up in a wreck, taking himself out, including Ted Muffle, Ryan Ensinger, and Warren Samoy. On board with Kyle Vaughn as this wreck happens there right on the front stretch. Samoy was able to keep going. Up front, it was all Clayton Kentcart taking home the win here in heat race number 1 with Chris Miller in second. Greg Barnett would get that final transfer spot to make the A main. Heat race number 2, Zach Neely on the pole to start this heat race. Good battles all around the speedway here in heat race number 2 with PJ Popham and Jeff Flaro looking strong early in on this one. But Neely was the man to beat here, holding off William Henry. Zach Neely will be your winner. PJ Popham battling there for that final transfer spot. He will get it and make it into the A main. Heat race number 3 action features Ben Ward starting in that 6th position. Jason Haynes battling with Randy Shreves here early in on this race as they make just a little bit of contact there on the backstretch. Gets Jason a little loose, and Jason moves back into that 4th position. Wart takes over the 5th position there on lap 5, but that's all Ben Wart would be able to do, and he'd finish right there and only make it into the B main. Ryan Wax would put on a show with Randy Shreves up front, but Ryan Wax would hold on from a hard-charging Randy Shreves and take on heat race number 3 win. Heat race number 4, a good list of drivers in this one. One of the 3-time Millertime Motorsports winner, Nathan Brown. Brown battles Brandon Surratt here for the 4th position. Brandon having a really good outing here, a newcomer into the league. Tyler Van Camp and Corey touch there on the backstretch, and Corey goes around. He is forced to put himself into the C main. Brown and Troy Flero make contact on the backstretch here, forcing Brown to miss the transfer spot as well. But it was all Will Brinkley up front, with Brandon Surratt, Tyler Van Camp, and Troy Flero making it into the A main in this heat race. Heat race number 5. Up front, Lance Jackson was your leader, with Troy in second. Good battles here for that 3rd position with Seth. Seth making a really good outing here in this 5th heat race, moving it on up into that 2nd position. Here's a really good battle here on the backstretch as they go 3 wide. It was an amazing race. Jason Randolph taking over that 2nd position with a deep slider there in turns 4. But it was all Lance Jackson up front. He will take that final heat race win.
That was your heat races from Volusia Speedway. Like I said, it was a lot of really close racing. I think we're going to see the same here at Lanier Speedway. With this track being real tacky in heat race number 1, everyone's going to be trying to get that bottom. The bottom's going to be the place to be until that track starts to wash up and there's a cushion that starts to form on the top side. Until that time, everyone's going to be jockeying for that bottom position. So starting on pole is going to be a key here in heat race number 1. If you're getting in the invert, it's going to be a tough one to pass in heat race number 1. After they redo this track, they'll work it in and it'll be nice and clean for us. Guys, tonight we're going to be using Crank It Up. We used it last week. We're going to use it again this week. Crank it up. Make sure that you crank your volumes up when you see that logo come up. We won't be speaking, but we'll crank the volume up. You can listen to the cars. We'll have shots. We got camera shots on top of the wing, down by the wheel well. We've got all kinds of camera shots, and it's going to be awesome if you guys put that on your big screen TV, crank it up, and we'll have a blast. They've kicked it over to qualifying now, and you can kind of see what the track state is going to look like. There's a little area of slick about midway. As qualifying has started. As drivers are out there on the field, we don't actually see these drivers. They'll pop in, auto-populate as they cross the stripe. You don't physically actually see them, so we will call quick times as they pop up on our scoring monitor here. This is a 4-minute session. A 4-minute session for qualifying. They have 2 laps. 2 laps. As times are starting to roll in. It's right now Larry Bell with your quick time. Larry Bell's got a 13.452 right now. He's set with a quick time right now in that 53 machine. GSR in that 2nd position, Kyle Vaughn. And there you got another quick time. Randy Shreves now is taking over the top spot of 13.345. So Randy Shreves, another guy we thought was going to be quick tonight. And he is right now with a quick time of a 13.345. That's way off the track record of a 13.118. Randy Shreves still your, and a quick time. Benjamin Wart on top with a 13.343. Just a few tenths off of Randy Shreves, and man, is he moving around the track. He's your quick time right now, a 13.343. We knew he needed a big night, and he has picked up some crucial bonus points if he can hold it right there. In 4th, Kobe Waters putting in a 13.468 to take over that 4th position. And another quick time. Troy Flero now a 13.312 Almost breaking out of the threes there. Troy Flero now with a quick time. That drops Benjamin Ward into second. Randy Shreves in third. Fourth is Larry Bell. Fifth is Kobe Waters. Wow. Troy Flero putting down a time. I believe that was Steve Miller's pick for second, a runner-up position. Nathan Brown putting down a good time. He cracks into that top 5. Nathan Brown now with a 13.428. Nathan Brown now, he's a 3-time winner. Some big names up there in that top 5. Warren Samoy in that 10th position. Earlier we spoke with Brandon Surratt. He's sitting 11th right now. Kyle Vaughn sitting 12th. Lance Jackson in 13th. Clayton Kentcart in 14th. 15th, Jeff Flero. 16th, Doug Ungary. 17th, Troy Gauguin. And 18th, Aiden Spence. 19th, Seth French. And 20th, Jason Randolph. That is your lap times there. So qualifying has concluded. Don't look like we've got any other drivers out there. So it looks like Troy Flero will be your quick time tonight with a 13.313. Troy Flero, your quick time. Most all of your guys here are A-class or B-class drivers. We do have a few C-class drivers, and we do have one D-class driver, Aiden Spence. But don't put that away. Aiden Spence, I've watched him run. He can put down a quick time too. Right now he's sitting 18th right now on the leaderboard in the 91 machine. So we've got 40 seconds left. We're about to get heat races get started here as heat race number 1 is about to get gridded up here. We've got about 30 seconds left, and then we are going to kick it over to heat race action. Until then, we're going to show you a nice little preview of the Kings Royal.
To the Vic Royals, $175,000 to win, Kings Royals.
Kings Royal, man, it's right around the corner. It's knocking on the door. There's a lot of money on the line. Lots of money. Qualifying has concluded. Troy Flero is your quick qualifier. So we are gridding up for heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 is gridding up now, as we will get down onto the field here. As Lance Jackson will be in this one. Lance Jackson's going to be on pole here. He was on pole the last time at Volusia Speedway, and man, he put a good show on, and he ended up winning that heat race. I think it was heat race number 5, but he's starting on pole in this one. Byron Gay starting in the outside row in that 70 purple machine. Byron Gay starting in second. In third position, you have Larry Bell. Larry Bell in that third position. And for Troy Flero, which was your quick time, looks like you're transferring or inverting the top 4 here. Trey Gauguin will be in 5th. PJ Popham will be in 6th. In 7th, Chris Sine. In 8th, Ted Muffle. In 9th, Pat Blyce. In 10th, Greg Barnett. And in 11th, Richard Heatherly. It's going to be 10 laps is going to be the distance. We are waiting on one driver to grid up, and that's Larry Bell, and he has now gridded up one to the speedway. Larry's a little slower to get in there as he is the Bell IT Solutions. IT Solutions. He is one that helps put on the broadcast, the program, all the nicks and nannies that goes on behind the scenes. I mean, he does a lot for us here, and we can't thank Bell IT Solutions enough for the programs that he puts on so you guys can see what you're seeing here. Larry Bell starting in that 4th position. Ted Muffle back there. Ted had a rough outing there, wrecked early in at Volusia Speedway, and hoping for a better night tonight. It's Ted Muffle. Trey Galgan's in this. Greg Barnett's in this one. Byron Gay's in this one. He's starting on the outside row 1. Right there. We've got the 1 to go already. The iRacing Pace truck has crossed the line. They're telling us we got 1 to go. We're going green next time by. Next time by, we will be going green. Flag Racing. Chris Sine, he's in this one also. He's starting in that 7th position back there. Who you guys picking? We're about to go green. Flag Racing out of turns number 4 for heat race number 1. We are green flag racing. Byron Gay and Lance Jackson. Byron Gay's going to take it to the top side as he's going to try to take over that position as Lance Jackson tries to work the bottom with Larry Bell on the bottom side. It's about to go 3 wide with Troy Flero trying to work at outside right now, and Larry Bell's working the bottom. It's 3 wide there. There's PJ Popham. He's getting into the mix. Top 4. Only the top 4 transfer in. PJ Popham gets into the side of Jackson. That puts him back a little bit. As now it opens up the door for Ted Muffle. Can Ted Muffle put a slide job on PJ? Not enough yet. PJ is on the outside looking in. Jackson's in that 4th position right now. PJ's wanting it. Larry Bell in that 2nd. The battle up front. Byron Gay trying to take over the lead back from Troy Flero. Troy Flero working the bottom side of the track. PJ Popham making a big run now. He's into that 4th position. He has the transfer spot. It's Ted Muffle trying to rally a Muffle on the top side, not being able to do it right now. PJ Popham still got that 4th position, but Trey Galgan is coming. And he's working the bottom side really well. Halfway down from a heat race, and it is heating up for that 4th position. PJ Popham on the top, Trey Galgan on the bottom. They are side by side. This is for your transfer spot. Trey Galgan really working that bottom and gets in. Ted Muffle gets into the side of him. Now Trey Galgan loses a big momentum with 3 laps to go. PJ Popham on the top side. PJ Popham looking good right now. Will Trey Galgan be able to run him back down? As Larry Bell now looking to the inside of Byron Gay. Larry Bell working the bottom side. PJ Popham still got it. We've got 2 to go. Trey Galgan's pressuring. He's putting the pressure on PJ Popham, your last week's winner. As Troy Flero has opened up the gap and he is leading this one. PJ Popham on the top side. We have that white flag. 1 lap to go. Big slider probably coming here from Trey Galgan. Not going to get there. PJ Popham will make the transfer spot. Wow, what a show. Trey Galgan probably would have had it, but Ted Muffle got into the back end of Trey, and man, what a race. Troy Flero wins heat race number 1. Troy Flero, your winner. That was exciting. We'll see if we can talk to Troy Flero. Here, let me see if I can get Troy Flero in here. Troy Flero, you got a copy for us.
Yeah, throttle control is crazy with the 305s, man. It's especially with the wing at the front.
Hey, Troy Flero, you got a copy with us?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, Troy, way to win there in heat race number 1. That was exciting. Looked like you kind of ran away with it. How was it out there?
I was expecting to start 6th because of the inverted, but yeah, honestly, I love Lanier when it's nice and wet down there. It just it really separates the boys from the men. I'm joking.
Man, Troy, good luck to you in the feature race. Congratulations on your heat race win.
Hey, I appreciate it.
All right, we are getting set for heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 on pole. Clayton Kinkart is your leader on this one. Clayton Kinkart will be your pole setter. On the outside of Clayton Kinkart will be Warren Samoy. Inside row number 2, Kobe Waters. Outside of him will be Ben Wharton at 4th position. In 5th, Aiden Spence. In 6th, William Henry. In 7th, Robert Yost. In 8th, Chris Miller. In 9th, Colton Kitkart. In 10th, Kirk. And in 11th, Shannon. That will be your field. We have already got the one to go. We're going green flag racing out of turns number 4. This is short track, so we got to talk fast as you want to talk all these drivers up. As here we go. iRacing Pace Truck is dipping into the pit road, and we are green flag racing. Ben Ward gets a really good jump there, and he's going to try to look to the outside. It's going to go 3 wide, maybe even 4 wide. On the outside, Benjamin has taken over that 3rd position, now looking for the lead. Warren Samoy up front right now. Here comes Ben Wart. Ben Wart on the bottom. Clayton Kitkart kind of dropping back a little bit with Aiden Spence now into that transfer spot. Warren Samoy on the top. He's trying to make it work up there as Benjamin Wart takes to the bottom. Benjamin Wart on the bottom with Kobe Waters leading the race on the bottom. Kobe Waters in the 46th machine. Clayton Kitkart just outside that transfer spot as Aiden Spence is now pressuring Warren Samoy to put Warren Samoy on the bubble. Aiden Spence working the bottom side of this racetrack. William Henry now takes over the 5th position from Clayton Kitkart. Now Kitkart is completely out of this one as William Henry's trying to look for that 4th transfer spot. Up front, Kobe Waters is kind of running away with it as Benjamin Wart's watching for a mistake, hoping that a mistake would happen. Benjamin has the transfer spot. He's looking to make it into the feature tonight. Warren Samoy in that 3rd position. We have 4 laps to go. Aiden Spence is now in that 4th position. He's your only D-class driver here tonight, and he is about to make himself known in the A-main in that 91 machine. William Henry trying to make up some moves here to catch the pack, but not being able to do it. On back, Chris Miller out of this one in the 7th position. Warren Samoy going to start to get some pressure here from Aiden Spence here in just a few laps. As we've got 2 laps to go, the 2 fingers are up as we're coming to the white flag. Ben Wart has closed the gap on Kobe Waters. The race is on now for that top position. Kobe Waters on the bottom. Benjamin Ward on the bottom. Is there going to be any kind of room for Ben to work? Don't look like it. Kobe Waters is going to win heat race number 2 with Ben Ward in 2nd, Warren Samoy in 3rd, and Aiden Spence in 4th with that final transfer spot. William Henry in 5th, 6th, Clayton Kitkart 7th, Chris Miller. Let's see if we can get Kobe Waters. See if we can get Kobe Waters in here for a quick interview. He is your race winner in heat race number 2. We apologize. Kobe Waters is not available for an interview. It don't look like it. So we will have to skip interview session with him as we will get set for your 3rd heat race. As we are slated for a 4 heat race night here in the 3rd heat race. We have Jeff Flero on pole, and on the outside, that beautiful looking green and purple machine of Brandon Surratt. He was in the pre-race show. Anticipating a lot from him tonight in the outside of row number 1. Inside row number 2, Tyler Van Camp in the 51 machine. Outside of him in the 56 machine is Randy Shreves. In that 5th position, Seth French. Seth French in the 54 machine. In 6th, Bryson will be starting in that 76 machine in that 6th position. In 7th, Joshua Berkey. In 9th, Tim Manchester. In 9th, Byron Wax. In 10th, Ed Koschenberger. And in 11th, Steve Miller. Heat race number 3 is about to go green flag racing, and we are green flag now as we watch Brandon Surratt up front on the outside of row number 1 as we're going 2 wide. And Randy Shreves trying to make a big move, putting Brandon in the middle, in the cushion. Randy Shreves on the outside. It's a 3-car battle for that third position. Randy Shreves on the top side. Seth in the middle is 4 wide there for a second. Seth moves on up. Seth now in that transfer spot. There's some accident back here in the back. Brandon now on the bubble. Seth French has now made it into the transfer spot. He's in that third position, battling with Randy Shreves. Josh Berkey kind of out of this one right now. We figured Josh would be someone to hit, but he got in an accident back there. We showed that little graphic of him back there as Seth French is battling Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves is trying to bounce off that cushion on the top side, sliding across the wet. Up front is still Jeff Flair. He's kind of running away with this. Randy Shreves on the outside. He's into that second position. Seth French trying to work that bottom side of the racetrack now in that 54 machine. He's really giving Randy a good run for his money as Randy can't really clear him 100% here. As Randy's working about mid-track up with Seth right on the bottom and Seth right on his heels. As Jeff Flaro is your leader, but these two cars are gaining on Jeff Flaro with 4 laps to go. Brandon Surratt has your final transfer spot. Bryson is closing on him. Brandon's got that transfer spot. Randy Shreves trying to chase down that leader of Jeff Flaro. His son just won heat race number 1, and Jeff's trying to put her in victory lane in heat race number 3. Jeff Flaro in that 00 machine as Jeff Flaro and Randy Shreves is coming with 2 laps to go. We got the white flag now. The white flag is out. Randy Shreves making a big run down this backstretch. It's probably going to be a little bit too late as Jeff Flaro is looking to be your winner. Jeff Flaro, your winner, and Brandon comes back from nowhere to take over the third position. Seth French will make the transfer spot. Bryson in 5th, Joshua in 6th, 7th was Brian Wax, Ed Koschenberger in 8th, 9th, Tyler Van Camp, 10th, Tim, and 11th was Steve. Let's see if we can get Jeff Flaro. Let's see if we can talk to Jeff Flaro with that win. Whoo! Boy, that was exciting. Let's see if Jeff is available, and it don't look like Jeff is available. I'm sorry, guys. These guys are supposed to be in Discord so we can give them interviews. Unfortunately, you won't get an interview from Jeff Flaro. All right, we are here for the final heat race number 4, starting on pole in the 16 machine of Doug Ungary. Doug Ungary in the iRacing scheme, and the outside of him is Kyle Vaughn in the 24 machine. In third, Andy Patton in the 87. In fourth, a 3-time Millertime winner in that 35 machine of Nathan Brown. Jason Randolph, that finished second last week, was leading most of the race. He's starting in 5th. In 6th, Ryan Insinger. In 7th, Robert Smith. In 8th, Tom Hagerland. 9th will be Tyler Audrey. 10th will be Barney Sigmund, and Crees Mills will round out the field. We have got the one to go here. We're about to go green flag racing as Doug Ungary. Doug Ungary will be your pole setter. Outside of him will be Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn in the 24 machine. Hoping for better luck this time. iRacing Pudge Truck is dipping off. We are green flag racing now in our final heat race of the night. Heat race number 4. Nathan Brown gets a pretty good restart here as early on Kyle Vaughn's going to try to take the lead away. It's 3 wide back there with Jason Randolph. Jason Randolph working the bottom side of the racetrack. Kyle Vaughn is on the top side with Nathan Brown as they are freight training up there around the top. As Kyle Vaughn is looking to take the lead away from Doug Ungary. Doug Ungary, the first race he's been back here in that 16 machine. Kyle Vaughn now takes over your race lead as Nathan Brown's now trying to battle that second position on. That 4th position is a battle right now for that final transfer spot with Jason Randolph and Tom Hagelin. Right now, Jason has that position, but Tom Hagelin looks really good right now. Tom Hagelin could be a guy to watch here as he's coming on strong. Tom Hagelin now has that transfer spot away from Jason. Jason will not drop away from that bottom. He's committed to it, and it's not the place to be right now as Tom Hagelin has now taken over that final transfer spot and put Jason on the outside. Tom Hagelin now pressuring Doug Ungary as the lead up for the race up front is about to heat up with Nathan Brown pressuring Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn leading this one up front right now in that 24 machine. We are 4 laps to go as they cross the stripe. We'll have 3 laps to go. As Tom Hagelin has that transfer spot, we can see now Jason has moved up the racetrack to the top of the racetrack. Now will Jason be able to run him back down and recapture over that transfer spot? That'll be the race to watch as we got 2 laps to go now as all the cars are trying to get to the top now as this track has really slicked off in heat race number 4. Coming to the white flag now. White flag is out. Hagelin has the position right now to make the feature race. Jason looking to miss the feature for the first time. Big slider going to be coming from Jason. Not going to be enough as Hagelin will take that transfer spot away from Jason. Jason will try to battle his way out of the B main. Jason in that 4th position. Kyle Vaughn was your winner. Nathan Brown in 2nd. Doug Ungary 3rd. 4th, Tom Hagelin. Jason Randolph in 5th. Andy Patton in 6th. 7th, Tyler Aldry. 8th was Robert Smith. Let's see if we can talk to Nathan Brown. Or I'm sorry, Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn, your winner in heat race number 5. We do not have a Kyle Vaughn. We need a Kyle Vaughn. There's a Kyle Vaughn. We're gonna see if we can move Kyle Vaughn in here and see if we can get a word with him. Hey, Kyle, you got a copy? Kyle Vaughn, you got a copy in the 24 machine. All right, guys, we're going to move on. We're going to move on so we can't get a hold of Kyle Vaughn here. And we're going to be looking at the C main now, as the C main cars are on the speedway right now. We'll try to run down that order with you real quick. As Kurt will be on your pole, Ed Koschenberger will be in 2nd, Robert Smith in 3rd, 4th, Richard Hegley, 5th, Shannon Winberg, 6th, Tyler Van Camp, Barney Sickman in 7th, 8th, Pat Boice, 9th is Colton Kinkart, 10th is Tim Manchester, 11th is Ryan Ensinger, 12th is Lance Jackson, 13th is Robert Yost, 14th is Steve Miller, and 15th is Crees Mills, 16th is Gordon Ensinger. All right, we're going green flag racing.
Green, green,
Top 4-wheel transfer out of this one to the end of the B main. Green flag racing. Ed Koschenberger on the top side, looking to take away the lead on the opening lap as Ed Koschenberger takes over the lead. Little contact back here for that 2nd position as all the positions matter. As that battle for the 4th position with Tyler Van Camp has got it right now. Tyler Van Camp in the 51 machine on that top side. Robert Smith in the 3rd position, running through the slick. There's a car in the wall, and it just took out Tyler Van Camp. Took his front wing off in this one, and there's a mayhem in turns 1. We'll see if we'll go yellow. As of right now, I don't see a yellow out. Tyler Van Camp does not have a front wing. It looks like he's struggling to hold on to that car. He may have some wheel damage there. As Ed Koschenberger is your leader right now. Kirk is looking to overtake the 51 machine as he has his hands full right now. Robert Yost now looking to try to put himself in this B main. He's got 2 positions to catch up on. He's trying to work out bottom side of the track. He's in that 5th position. He's got 1 position to get into the feature. Robert Yost there on the bubble trying to get himself in. Tyler Van Camp with no wing right now, holding on to that transfer spot. Ed Kostenberger has kind of checked out with this one with Ryan Insinger. Then next back is Robert Smith and Tyler Van Camp. Tyler Van Camp with the no wing right now, trying to hold on with it. We're at the halfway mark. Robert Yost is on the move. Robert Yost looking to put himself in the B main as Tyler Van Camp in the wall. That opens the door for Robert Yost. Robert Yost is now looking to take over that third position away. He's looking to improve his position here and battle one with Robert Smith. That bottom looks to be working for Robert Yost. And that number 9 machine. Still up front, Ed Kostenberger is your leader. Ryan Insinger has closed the door right now as the race is heating up for that top position right now. We still look back at this transfer spot as Robert Smith has it. Robert Yost is now clearly taking over that third position. He's going to make it into the feature, the B main, if he can hold on to it. Ryan Insinger now really closing in on Ed Kostenberger here as they're side by side. We've got the white flag, 1 lap to go. Ed Kostenberger on the top, Ryan Insinger on the bottom. Ryan Insinger, lap traffic's going to come into play right here for Ed Kostenberger. He's going to get blocked there. Ryan Insinger will take C-Main with Ed Kostenberger coming in second. Ed was leading the whole race. Robert Smith in third. Robert Yost in third. Robert Smith in fourth. Clayton Kitkart in fifth. Those top 4, Ryan Insinger, Ed Kostenberger, Robert Yost, and Robert Smith will transfer in. They will transfer in to the B main, the tail end of that B main. As we get ready and get set for B main action. B main action. Trey Gauguin. Chris Miller. Chris Miller is going to be in this one for you. Chris Miller. Chris Miller's back here in that 10th position. He's got a good ways to go if he's going to transfer in. One name we do want to come across, though, is Jason. Jason Randolph. He finished second last week. Now he's finding himself in the B main. Will Jason be able to get in that top 4? He's starting 4th in this one. Ted Muffle 1 position out, looking to make his first feature race here. Josh Berkey, another one. He's in that 7th position. He's got to get in the top 4. Man, this is going to be tough. There is a good group of drivers here. Tyler Aldridge's on back there. He's a good driver. He's in that 12th position. Brian Wax, another one. Good driver. He's starting in 11th position. Andy Patton in the 8th position. William Henry in that 2nd position, and starting on pole, Trey Gauguin. We've got 16 laps. iRacing Pace Truck hits pit road. We're going green flag racing. Top 4 will transfer to the A main. We're green flag racing. Trey Gauguin on the bottom. Cars are everywhere in this one. They're side by side, and Tyler Aldridge gets turned back here in the back. We'll probably stay green flag. I think it was a single car turnaround there, as this is a big battle up front. I mean, a group cluster of 3 wide racing right up front. This is getting heated. Just Berkey gets to the side. Just Berkey's out of this one. Just to the inside. Not enough room. They was going 3 wide. Just not enough room here. Ted Muffle with a huge move to take over the race lead right now.
All right, man.
And we have a caution out on the speedway. Oh, man, I'm glad there's a caution because I am running out of breath. There was so much action going on around the speedway here in the B main. Every position counts, and they all know it. The top 4 positions transfer into the A main. Wow. Ted Muffle coming from that 4th position is now your race leader, taking it over from Trey Gauguin. Currently, the fastest driver on the track is Ted Muffle with a 14.452. He is your fastest guy out there. Ryan Insinger is in that 4th and final transfer spot. Tyler Aldrich got turned in this one. He is making repairs, and he is making his way back out onto the speedway, it looks like. Josh Berkey is still making repairs to that machine. He's probably done for the night, going to miss the show. Jason Randolph, we talked. He started fourth, got mixed up in a few things there. He is out of this one right now in that 10th position. We're going green flag out of turns 4 here. They're stacking them up. Here we go.
Green, green, green.
Green flag out. Ted Muffle gets a good restart here. As it's going to heat up back there for that 4th position. You know it is. Right now, Ryan Insinger has that position on the bottom of the racetrack in that 13 machine. Andy Patton trying to make some moves here. As Ryan Insinger now moves up another position, now puts William Henry on the bubble now. William Henry got to hold on to that position as the cars are coming. They are charging. They're 3 wide back there for that 5th position. They want to clear each other because they want in this feature. Clayton Kinkard on the bottom, missing a wing, but trying everything he can. Andy Patton on the middle, working the middle side of the racetrack. Ed Kostenberger just behind him, hoping for a mistake there. Bryson on that 5th position, making a charge at William Henry. William Henry right now has that transfer spot as the race is heating up for that top position. We've got 6 laps to go. Ted Muffle working the cushion really well. Ryan Insinger working the bottom really well. Trey Galgan making the move on the top side, going to try to get back around Ryan Insinger, and he will right there as they cross the stripe. Trey Galgan was scored your 2nd position right now. In 4th, the 4th place position is now really heating up. 5 laps to go. Clayton Kinkard now has it. Byron on the top. Bryson is on the top. And here comes the hard charger, Jason Randolph. He says, boys, I'm not done yet. I might have been back in 10th, but I'm not done. 3 laps to go. Jason is looking for that transfer spot. Oh, boy, here we go. Hold on to your seats. It's going to get wild here. 3 laps to go. We're coming to the 2 to go. He's 2 positions out. He's 1 position out. He's got 1 to go in that 47 seat of Jason Randolph. Up front, Ryan Insinger has taken over your race lead, but we've got 2 to go. Jason Randolph, hard slider, big slider, takes over the position on the outside. Another big slider coming from Bryson as Jason will hold that position. Clayton Kinkard on the bottom. Who's it going to be coming down to the white here? This is it. Jason Randolph on the top, and Jason Randolph will make the show. Wow, what a show. Jason Randolph coming from that 10th position to just make it into the A-Main. Wow! Holy smokes. If that wasn't exciting, I don't know what will be, because that was exciting. Wow. Whoo, boy, we are getting ready for one heck of an A-Main, and I am pumped up excited. Man, Jason Randolph, he's going to have to start dead last in this A-Main. This is going to be incredible. I can't wait to watch this one. This is insane. As we get warm-ups going on right now out onto the speedway, I'm able to take a break here as we look high atop Lanier Speedway. Boy, oh boy, we are getting ready for a good one here. We're going to step away for a quick break. I know I need one. You need one. Get your snacks ready. It's going to get electric in the A-Main. Welcome back, guys, to A Main Action. We are 2 minutes away. They'll start gridding up momentarily. As we get ready for A Main Action, it's going to be an exciting race to watch. I am pumped up for it. That was a crazy finish to that B main. I really thought Jason Randolph was out of this, and he was able to save himself and make it into the feature. Now he will be starting dead last in this one. But boy, oh boy, will it be fun watching these guys drive up through the field. As we are getting gridded up now for your feature race here at Millertime Motorsports. Guys, we'll start gridding up now, as this is going to be a fantastic show tonight. So you got cars that's gridding up onto the speedway now. As we look at the running order, your pole setter tonight in that 3 machine, Troy Flero. Boy, oh boy, was he picked second tonight by Steve. He's right up there. Colby Waters will be starting in second. In third, Jeff Flero. Jeff Flero in that 3rd position. Kyle Vaughn in that 4th position in the 24 machine. Kyle Vaughn making his first feature race. He was a highly anticipated driver this season. He is going to be here racing in this one. Byron Gay in that 5th position. 6th is Ben Ward. This is a big night for Ben Ward. Didn't make the feature last week. Randy Shreves in that 7th position. 8th, Nathan Brown. 9th, Larry Bell. 10th, Warren Samoy. 11th, Brandon Surratt. 12th, Doug Ungary. 13th, BJ Popham, your last week's winner. He's going to have to come from 13th. Aiden Spence in that 14th position. 15th, Seth French. 16th, Tom Hagelin. 17th, Trey Galgan. 18th, Ryan Insinger. 19th, Jason Randolph. 20th, Clayton Kinkart. 21st, William Henry. 22nd, Byron Ed Kosterberg. 23rd. And that will conclude it. We are green flag racing out of turn number 4. Colby Waters will take the early command here, as it is 3 wide all around the speedway. Boy, oh boy, it's getting heated. Look at the cars. They look beautiful out there, and they are making a show for you guys. Nathan Brown working the top side right now. Randy Shreves is stuck in the middle right now. As your race leader, Troy Flero, has now retaken over the lead. Nathan Brown in that 6th position. Benjamin Ward in the 5th position. Kyle Vaughn right up there working the top of the racetrack. Benjamin Ward's up there. This is some great racing all around the racetrack. Randy Shreves is back here in that 11th position. And PJ Popham has still not been able to make any news right now. He's in that 14th position. Randy Shreves now in that 10th position. Jeff Flero up through the 5th position. Looking for more. Benjamin Ward on the move. He is on the top side. He's trying to make a move on the outside of Cody Waters. Following right behind Kyle Vaughn. Benjamin Ward making some noise early in this one. Right now, your fast time in this race is Troy Flero with a 13.485, and he's leading the field. Byron Gay is still holding on to that 6th position. You got PJ Popham now back here in the 13th position. He's struggling to make any moves right now because it is hard to pass. There's cars everywhere. You seen PJ getting all the track he could. You got Doug Ungary now into that 5th, 8th position.
All right, man.
And we have a caution out on the speedway. Wow, we have 9 laps down. That was some great racing all around the racetrack. As we got cars upside down, and does that look like PJ Popham to you? Yes, it does, with Brandon Surratt. And PJ's trying to flip it over, and he does. He will have to go into pits. I talked early in the pre-race show, this boy may find trouble And were we ever right? Will this boy be able to come back from this one? PJ Popham. Man. We are going to rewind footage here and just see what happened. Was it PJ that made the mistake, or was it another driver? Man. There it is. Oh, wreck in front of him. Nowhere to go. Upside down. Randy Shreves was in that one. Oh, man. Bad luck for PJ Popham tonight. And I kind of sensed it after that week 1 win that he may struggle. It's anybody's season to win this. I mean, you have 50-some drivers trying to win this thing. It's anybody's show. We're going to stack them and rack them back up here as we're getting ready to go green flag out of turn 4.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. Troy Flero is your leader. Kyle Vaughn looking outside of Troy Flero. He's going to have a big run down here on the backstretch. Will he cut it underneath? No. He'll stay on the top side. Benjamin Ward follows right in behind suit. We got cars sideways in turns number 3 and 4 as the caution is not flying yet. And big moves there. 3 wide battle for the lead. Kobe Waters, and the caution is out. Oh, man. I think Troy Flero was your last leader across the line. They went into turns 3 and oh, man. Wow. As now that the caution is out, you have PJ Popham that is still out of this race, looking for repairs. He's 2 laps down. It's not looking good for PJ Popham. Any of those PJ Popham fans out there, he's sitting in that 23rd position right now. Wow. He has repairs done. He is now entering back out onto the track. He will need 2 wave. Well, looks like he scored 1 lap down. He will need one wave around, and they probably will give it to him right here. We will have to see if they give him the wave around because we are about to go green here. They may not. They may wait until the next yellow flag if we get one. I'm sure we will. It's a long race. We're 11 laps in, 40-lap race. All right, Brandon Surratt also going to be starting back there in the back. As we are going green flag racing out of turns number 4. Troy Flero, your leader. Kyle Vaughn getting a big run here down the backstretch, and he'll go to the outside of Troy Flero trying to make a move here. Benjamin Wart is in that position. Big slider for Troy Flero. Crossover move, and they touch as Kobe Waters goes around.
All right, man, caution is out.
Caution is out. Oh. Just what PJ Popham needed. The PJ Popham fans, he's going to get a wave around. He is scored 2 laps down. I do apologize. Him, Brandon Surratt, Tom Hagelin, and Clayton Kinkart all are 2 laps down. They'll probably only get 1 wave around here. They probably won't be able to get both wave arounds on these guys. Wow. Man, that was a big move for Kyle Vaughn there, as Kyle Vaughn did take over your lead. He had the momentum there on the bottom side of the racetrack. There we see some guys getting some wave arounds here. You see PJ Popham getting a wave around here as we're going to get the 1 to go. This is short track racing. It don't take as long to get back under green here. So PJ Popham is going to get 1 wave around here. I believe he may have 1 more to go. It does show him 1 more to go here for the wave around, so he'll have to wait for the next caution here. We're going to be going green flag here as Kyle Vaughn is your leader right now with Troy Flero on the outside in that 2nd position.
Green.
Benjamin Wart on the bottom inside row number 2. Kyle Vaughn jumps to the top side really early. Ben Wart working the bottom side of the racetrack. Here comes Ben Wart on the bottom of the racetrack. This is what he was looking for right now. He's on the bottom of the racetrack looking under for that 2nd position. Kyle Vaughn working the top side of the racetrack. Big wreck there on the front stretch. Seth French looked like he was one of them. They made contact there with Benjamin Wart and Jeff Flero. Benjamin Wart drops back just a little bit. Sliders going back and forth between Jeff Flero and Ben Wart as Kyle Vaughn is your race leader right now, your newcomer into this race, that 24 machine. Troy Flero right behind, and Troy Flero still has your quickest time right now in this race. We have 17 laps down of a 40-lap race, and it's getting really stacked up back here. As look who we have. Jason Randolph is coming around. There's Nathan Brown. Caution is out. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, is Jason Randolph on the move. He is up to 7th position from dead last. Woo-wee, would that be something if he comes from the B main and works his way up to the front of this field and wins it tonight? Can he possibly do it? Jason Randolph putting on a show there in that 47 machine. It's Kobe Waters seen missing a front wing there, going into the pits for repairs. Randy Shreves has made himself back up after early incident in this one, as cars are getting their wave around. And guess what, PJ Popham fans? Your guy is back on the lead lap now. Look out, this guy is going to be charging. He's got 22 laps to do it. We got the 1 to go now. 1 to go. We are going green flag racing out of turns number 3 and 4. iRacing pace truck. Lights are out on the pace truck. We are going green flag out of turns 4.
Green, green, green.
Kyle Vaughn on the throttle. Makes contact with Troy Flero. Jeff Flero, slide job. Big slider, 4 wide. Oh man, they're not going to make it work. 4 wide coming out of turns number 2 for the lead. Kyle Vaughn gets the lead back. Benjamin Wart's right there. All that with Doug Ungary putting big movers on. Doug Ungary putting the move on. And he might be your race leader as the caution is out. We'll see how they score it. Wow, where did Doug Ungary come from? Woo! Wow. Let's see if we can go back to that previous wreck. Oh, looks like Randy Shreves having some issues again. Let's see what happened here with Randy Shreves. Oh, man. It stacked up in front of him. It was 3 wide. Ben Wart gets sideways, and then it was kind of all over from there. Flipped upside down. PJ Popham just barely missed that one. Woo! All right, we'll get back into action here. We've got 20 laps completed of a 40-lap race. We're halfway through this one. As we look to go single file restart, I believe here. Kyle Vaughn is your race leader right now. Doug Ungary in that 2nd position. And guess who is up into that 3rd position? Yes, sirree. Jason Randolph is making a hard charge to that
green
front.
Flag, green flag.
Green flag is out on the speedway. Kyle Vaughn is on the throttle. Kyle Vaughn. Benjamin Wart to the bottom. Benjamin Wart will now take over that 2nd position, as the top line didn't really go right there. Ben Wart slides to the top. He wants the top side of the racetrack. They are side by side. Doug Ungary making a big move there on the back bumper of Benjamin Wart. Troy Flero on the bottom now. This race is really heating up here in this 2nd position as Ben Wart is looking for the race lead. Ben Wart on the top side of the racetrack. He's going to have some big momentum coming down that backstretch. Kyle Vaughn on the bottom. Benjamin Wart on the top right now. 18 laps to go. Ben Wart will take over the race lead. Ben Wart is now scored your race leader as he is your leader. Kyle Vaughn has now slipped back to 2nd. Doug Ungary now looking to take over the 2nd position. Doug Ungary now takes over that 2nd position. Troy Flaro's flipped back into that 4th and 5th position. Jason Randolph not being able to go anywhere right now. He's stuck on the top side behind him. Little bumper there by Jeff Flaro. Ben Ward out front in this one with 15 laps to go. Wow. Let's check on PJ Popham here. PJ Popham is up to 16th position. PJ Popham trying to make some kind of comeback here after a devastating start to this one. PJ's now up into that 15th position. Jason Randolph now in that 5th position as Ben Ward is your leader, and we have yellow out on the speedway. We are going to be racking them up, stacking them up, double file restart with 13 laps to go. This is going to get exciting. This is going to get epic. I am pumped up for this restart, as it's going to be a double file restart with Benjamin Ward and Doug Ungary. Doug Ungary came out of nowhere. We did not see this coming. Doug Ungary comes into the race and says, you better look twice at me because I'm coming for that win. PJ Popham trying to make a comeback. He's in that 15th position. Maybe scoring him at 14th now. Those PJ Popham fans, he's not over yet. We still got 13 laps to go. With a double file restart here, anything can happen. Brandon Surratt trying to make a rebound as well in that 17th position. Jason Randolph in that 5th position. As it looks like they may be starting this single file. It may not go a double file restart. This is going to play in hands to Benjamin Ward here if they do not go to a double restart file. We got 1 lap to go till green. We are pace trucks in. We're going green. Benjamin Ward on the throttle. Gets a really good restart there. Doug Ungary working the top side. It's going to be a 3-car battle there for that 2nd position. Doug Ungary for Kyle Vaughn and Troy Flaro. Troy Flaro on the bottom. Doug Ungary on the top. Slide job work for Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn has now taken over that 2nd position. Jason Randolph pushing the cushion to the rim. He's in that 5th position and he's charging. Big slider touches the wall for the Doug Ungary. Doug Ungary trying to make some moves. Jason Randolph slider under Doug Ungary now takes over that 4th position. Ben Ward running away and the caution flag is now back out onto the speedway. Whoa-wee! Wow, has Dirt ITV called another winner 2 weeks in a row? Ben Ward, your leader up front. We said he had to have a big night, and tonight may be that night. Doug Ungary doing a really good job in that 16 machine in that 4th position. Troy Flaro still looking strong there inside that top 3. He's in that 3rd position. So we're going to get the 2 to go signal. May get the 1 to go here with 10 laps to go. This will be a single file restart here. PJ Popham fans, he's still in 15th position. Nathan Brown just in front of him. iRacing pace truck is about to dip off. Benjamin Ward has your command. He's on the throttle hard.
Green.
Kyle Vaughn gets a really good restart with Benjamin Ward. Ben Ward goes to the bottom. Kyle Vaughn goes to the bottom. Doug Ungary slide jobs for that 3rd position. Here comes a move for Kyle Vaughn on the bottom of the speedway. Benjamin Ward ripping the cushion right now. Troy Flaro in that 3rd position. Jason Randolph now has cleared Doug Ungary for that 4th position. It's been back and forth, and looky who it is. Warren Samoy now making some noise in that 6th position, and Aiden Spence now in that 8th position. PJ Popham still struggling back here in the back in that 15th position. now scored at 16th position. Brandon and PJ battling it out. Back up front, Benjamin Wart is your leader. 6 laps to go. Kyle Vaughn battling it out for that second position with Troy Flaro. Jason Randolph still trying to battle off and fend off for that 4th position. Doug Ungary now into that 5th position as getting a lot of pressure by Warren Samoy. Back up front, Benjamin Wart is leading. 4 laps to go. Looking really strong on the bottom side of the racetrack. Looks like the top has pretty much gone away. Kyle Vaughn, Troy Flaro. Troy Flaro trying to look underneath. He wants that 2nd position. He says, hey, Steve Miller, pick me. I got to get 2nd. Kyle Vaughn in that 2nd position. Kyle Vaughn was a 2nd pick by Chris Miller. These guys are duking it out as Ben Wart has opened up a big, big lead right now and looking to take the checkers. He's got 2 laps to go. Kyle Vaughn underneath. PJ Popham up into that 13th position. He's trying to get inside that top 10. PJ Popham now into the 12th position. Troy Flaro in the 3rd position still. Kobe Waters in that 8th position as we've got the white flag out there, and Benjamin Wart will be your race winner. Benjamin Wart, your race winner. Kyle Vaughn in 2nd, 3rd, Troy Flaro 4th, Jason Randolph 5th, Warren Samoy with a top 5. Jeff Flaro in 6th, Kobe Waters in 7th, 8th, Doug Ungary, 9th, Aiden Spence, 10th, William Henry, 11th. I'm sorry, there was a switch up there on the line. PJ Popham will bring her home in 12th tonight. Good comeback for PJ after, man, it could have been a devastating night for him as Ben Wart is your winner. Ben Wart, Kyle, and then Troy was your top 3. Woo-wee! That was a lot of fun. There he is in victory lane, Benjamin Wart. Wow, that was a fun race to call. We had a blast with that one. Boy, oh boy. All right, guys, we will check out. We'll try to get you guys some race interviews here with your race winner, your podium, 2nd and 3rd place finishers. Give me just a minute as I grab them into the race booth. As we grab Troy. We grab Kyle Vaughn. We'll get Kyle Vaughn down here into the broadcast booth. And lastly, your winner, Benjamin Wart, which I do not see right now. Currently, I do not see Ben Wart. So don't look like we will be interviewing Ben Wart tonight. But we will start with your 3rd place finisher, Troy Flaro. Man, looked really strong early on. I really thought he may have the car to beat. But late in that race, it started to fall off. Troy, congratulations on a 3rd place win, or a 3rd place finish. What was it like out there?
Thanks, man. It was different than I was thinking it would be. They got the top early on when I didn't think the top was there, and cost me to lose a couple positions, but I was thankful to keep on in my 3rd place spot.
Yeah, you were moving out there, and I thought that you was going to take over Kyle Vaughn. You was pressuring down there on the bottom, just not enough room to really work around him there on the bottom side of the track. Steve Miller picked you to finish 2nd. I bet he was rooting you on, trying to get that 2nd position. But anyway, any sponsors you want to thank out there, Troy?
I don't have any personally.
All right, well, he's sponsoring himself tonight. Congratulations on your podium finish on 3rd place.
Thanks.
And in 2nd place tonight, Kyle Vaughn. I thought he may have had the car to beat. I thought he was stronger early in with Ben Wart, but Ben Wart just was out there after he took over the lead. He just checked out. Kyle, what was it like out there?
It was real fun there for a while. I'm not really fond of slick tracks, but I found the top there right before the first caution. I just got above the cushion. I was like, oh, this is pretty fast, and that's what I used to get to the front. Troy's really strong. I have a fun season. I want to also apologize to Kobe Waters for that little accident there. I was just sliding under Troy.
Yeah, we seen that. You had a great momentum coming there, and you didn't want to let up on that momentum because you didn't know if it was going to happen again. And we seen that that back left wheel hit Kobe, and it kind of took him out there. But man, it was a hard charging move for you. You had to take it. Congratulations on your second place finish. Anyone you want to thank out there?
Just my girlfriend for letting me do this.
Amen to that. Congratulations on your second place finish. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
That's how they finish. Benjamin Ward is your race leader. Guess what? Dirt ITV has done it again. We called week 1 winner PJ Popham. We also called that PJ Popham will probably run into problems. Check number 2. That happened. And we also called that Benjamin Ward would win tonight. And Benjamin Ward was your race winner. Man, that was a great show. Man, we are done here at Lanier Speedway. We want to thank all of our sponsors, Bell IT Solutions, Miller Creative, Barn Door Builders, all of those that donate to us. We really appreciate it. We couldn't do it without your support and your donations. First time that we've been able to broadcast over 3 platforms, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next week when we travel to Knoxville. Knoxville Speedway will be our next place that we stop at. Until next week, we'll see you